YouTube is the absolute best move that you can make, and that's coming from someone who's built an audience of over 100,000 followers on social media and quit. And that's coming from someone who spent over $100,000 in a single month on ads and quit. And that's coming from someone who went all in on YouTube with absolutely no audience whatsoever and proved himself to be right. Now, so many people think that it's too competitive or that AI is taking over everything, when in actuality, AI can be the rocket fuel that will send your business through the moon if you learn to utilize it and leverage it the right way so you can build true leverage online. Look, somebody came to me the other day and they were scared that they couldn't grow their business on YouTube because AI is taking over, and that's not the case at all. AI is simply just a tool that will allow you to grow just like any other tool helps humans grow, no different than the wheel to a mallet to a fire to the internet. Think about that. Years ago, people were scared that the internet was going to take over, and those people that didn't adopt to the internet, they just got left behind. And I don't want you to get left behind in this whole AI age when we're actually not even in the AI age. And it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down, and you will understand this very quickly, and you will learn how to properly leverage AI to build your income, impact, and influence online through leveraging YouTube. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, feel free to just get left behind like all those people did in the 90s and the early 2000s about the internet, when they could have just got rich. But look, the problem that most people have is that they think that AI is a threat, but AI isn't a threat. Obscurity is the threat. So what I mean by this is that so many people are actually good at what they do, but absolutely nobody knows that they exist. So you're in a battle against obscurity. You're not in a battle against AI. And AI can help you become known to people if you actually learn how to properly use it and learn how to leverage it. You can build a strong digital asset of a micro niche personal brand on YouTube that is driving traffic to your business, to your online offers, to your digital products, to your communities and whatnot, which is going to be another digital asset that is compounding over time with the compounding power of a YouTube channel. And you get paid from YouTube to build your income, impact, and influence instead of you having to pay to build your income, impact, and influence. It's amazing. I don't even have the biggest YouTube channel yet. Just the other month, I would have had to pay $60,000 in ads for the same amount of eyeballs and attention that I got on a small YouTube channel. It's insane. So look, the people who leverage the internet and the people who leverage AI and use it properly in order to garner the right attention, they will dominate the next decade. Not even the next decade. They will dominate the next decade and the next decade after that and the next decade after that. So look, most people, they training for a dead economy. So what I mean by this is that certain degrees, certain jobs, certain skills that people think that they need, they're learning stuff for no reason because we don't live in that world anymore. And so many people, they say stuff like, well, it needs to be like this and it needs to be like this, and I'm doing this because in this world it should be. I don't live in the what it should be world. I live in the what it is world. So instead of learning skills that are dead in the economy, you need to realize that we are in the attention economy. We are in the trust economy, and people buy things from people that they know, like, and trust. Right? So we're basically in an attention and an authority economy. And once you build your perceived expertise online as a trusted authority within a certain space, then people will buy whatever it is that you have to offer to them if you're truly adding value, transformation, and results for people because they know, like, and trust you. So the new market, they reward ownership, not obedience. So what do I mean by this? Think about the regular person at a 9-to-5 job, right? They don't own the income that they have. A lot of people don't understand me when I say that. They say, like, why don't they own their money? I mean, they don't own any of the They don't own any of the distribution of whatever the product or service is that pays them. So their water could easily get cut off, right? But creators, or what I like to call contentpreneurs, we own assets. So you got to think about this. A content creator, all that they want to do is just get as many views as possible. And then they cross their fingers and hope that they can make some money off of AdSense, or somebody that actually has a business and has an asset that they own pays them to promote their business. Well, us as contentpreneurs and how we're going to leverage YouTube to build a real true online business for us, we're thinking business first. We're thinking digital products first. We're thinking communities first. We're thinking something that we actually own, to where we can take our own intellectual property, sell our knowledge, and then that's true leverage that we can build on, and we have a solid foundation of ownership, right? So whether that is videos, communities, digital products, email lists, and the email list is an owned audience. So all these creators out here, they're thinking about ways that they can just get more views, get more subscribers, get likes and comments and hypes and all that stuff, but they don't own the audience. They're not looking to transfer people from the platform onto something that they own, something like an email list or something like a community, or even if it is directly to a digital product. Think about that. That's still ownership of an audience, and that's so powerful because that's ownership of a paid audience. If you just think of big business real quick, there's data wars, and everybody wants to own the consumer information. We need to be doing the same, so we can directly contact somebody if we want to continue to add value to them, if we have other offers available down the line as well, right? So many people, they're not thinking of this. So attention is becoming the valuable asset nowadays. And why I have right here that attentions are more valuable than resumes, I was just having this conversation with one of my homeboys who does film production in LA, because he said something to the effect of he's looking to build his resume. And I was like, bro, YouTube is the new resume. He provides a service for individuals out in LA and in Hollywood and whatnot. But I was like, if anybody really wants to know about anybody, what are they going to do first? They're going to go and look you up. And majority of people, they're going to go and search for you on YouTube. If you have no brand authority on there to where they can see that you're talking about whatever it is that you know or that you offer, they're going to go look elsewhere. And all of your favorite contentpreneurs, mentors, people that have digital products in whatever the niche is, their most valuable platform is YouTube, or the people that have the most power is on YouTube. Yeah, people, they may have audiences other places, but I'm telling you, the people that are figuring out how to work YouTube, they're not worried about trying to go out and build on a social media audience. But guess what? All of those people, including my former self, who had over 100,000 followers on Instagram and tens of thousands of followers on TikTok, was like, man, I wish that I could figure out YouTube. And when I decided to take my YouTube seriously, and I made that decision that I'm going to make YouTube work for me, and I cut off all other options. I just quit social media altogether. Everybody thought that I was crazy. Oh, you're leaving all these followers. But every view and every follower, they're not all created equal. I said that I would much rather have 10,000 YouTube subscribers than 100,000 Instagram or TikTok followers. I proved myself to be right. I would much rather have 1,000 YouTube subscribers than 10,000 Instagram or TikTok followers, right? Why is that? It's because of attention, and the right attention. And when you realize how to properly leverage attention, you realize that you don't need to have the most attention. You just need to have the right attention. You getting the right attention from 100 to 300 people could lead to having a $15,000 to $30,000 per month business, if not beyond. A member of my community, he doesn't have one YouTube video that has gotten over 30 views. Just a couple weeks ago, he got a $10,000 sale. Don't need to have the biggest audience from that. Don't need to have the biggest amount of attention from that, but you need to have the right attention, right? So, like I said, content creators, they're thinking of making money from brand deals and whatnot because brands pay for attention. But if you're thinking like a contentpreneur, then you're thinking that instead of selling that attention to somebody else, I can just build up my own attention and I can sell my own products to people that come to know, like, and trust me. I call it the binge and buy effect, or the double B. So how the binge and buy effect goes is this. People, once they become aware of you, they know you. Then they watch one of your videos. They're like, oh, I like you. And then they watch video after video after video after video, and the buy effect comes in. At some point, once somebody believes into you to be a trusted authority, that it's consistently showing up and showing them that you have obsessed over solving their problems more than they have, they'll pay you to alleviate that pain, right? Because think about that. If somebody needs a solution to a problem, they're in some type of pain that they're looking to get out of. And it's way easier to draw someone away from their pain than to lead them towards their pleasure. So that's why this works on YouTube. Now, the people who communicate are going to be the people that dominate. The number one skill that you should work on and should continuously work on is your communication skills, because that is the number one money-making skill, even in the 9-to-5 workplace. Think about it. Favorite TV show of all time, The Office. Who makes more money? The guys at Dunder Mifflin down there loading the trucks doing the manual labor? Or the salesman on the phone making the money? Or even outside of that, the manager who is talking to the salesman to make the money and making the corporate deals, right? Highly effective communicators are always going to make more money because they will be able to effectively communicate the problem that they isolate in the marketplace to the marketplace. What better place can you work on that skill than YouTube? So the ability to communicate ideas, teach, influence, and sell will always be in demand. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize about that word influence. Everybody wants to be an influencer, not even realizing that you already are an influencer. Everybody has a certain level of influence to their circle, no matter how small or big that circle is. Everybody has a certain level of influence. Think about this. Through your words and through your actions, at some point in your life, you have gotten somebody to do something before. Even if it's simply just introducing a new food to somebody, a new beverage, a video or a creator that somebody wasn't even aware of before. Why would somebody trust in whatever it is that you're saying and do something that you just told them to do? Goes back to the know, like, and trust factor. Because they trust in your word that you're going to tell them something that is going to add true value to their life. That's why they listen to you. When you recommend somebody to go watch a TV show, that's you using a certain level of influence to somebody that trusts you to watch something that you just recommended. The same exact thing is going to happen online in your business when you start to build a core audience base of people that start to know, like, and trust you. Well, they will take an action based off of your word because they have gotten past previous good experiences from your content and from the stuff that you have communicated and said to them. That's how we went on YouTube. That is the same exact thing that happens. And so many people don't realize that they've done this stuff in real life and are so scared to do it in what they believe is the internet world, when the two go hand in hand. They are the same exact thing. You already have influence. You already are influencer. Every human being is an influencer. It's just what level of influence do you have, right? And with YouTube, you can grow this circle of influence. You can reach people outside of your friends, your family, your associates, your homies, your homegirls, your town, your city, your state, your country. But you don't need all the attention. You just need the right attention, and you need to have the right circle of influence. Now, this is where AI comes in, because AI makes not only execution, but distribution cheap. Now, what I mean by this is that it used to be expensive to execute. And I'm telling you this from experience. I used to have to pay somebody to build funnels, who I was paying a few $1,000s per month. I was paying somebody to do copywriting. I was paying somebody to edit videos. I was paying somebody for the thumbnails. A lot of people, they're paying people for script writing and whatnot, which is a level of copywriting. Well, AI makes all of that execution that used to be a barrier to a lot of people pretty cheap, if not for free, right? So AI, it can write for you. It can edit for you. AI can research for you. AI can build. It can analyze. When execution gets easier, ideas, position, and consistency matter a lot more. The only thing that I don't recommend that you have AI do for you is write. That's why so many people are really struggling out here, is because they're just telling AI to do something and then just taking back whatever it spits. The proper way for you to leverage artificial intelligence is with your AI, your actual intelligence. So you need to take your brain and dump it out into the artificial intelligence so you can think and craft your ideas better. Once you properly do that, then you'll start to see the wonders that you can do and the speed that you can work with. I get so much done so much faster just because I'm using AI each and every single day. Something that used to take me maybe 2-3 hours to do, I can get done in like 10 minutes. That's speed. And speed is the game. And when I say that speed is the game, I'm not talking about speed is the game as far as frequency of uploading and stuff like that. I'm saying speed as far as getting data and feedback points faster. I was just telling somebody in my community this. I was saying the more analog you can stay in the digital world, the more successful you will be in a digital world. What I mean by this is that you need to speak to people. You need to get feedback from people faster. AI can help me get a message into the marketplace faster. It can help me get an idea out of my brain into the world, into the market, into people's hands faster, so I can get the response back from those people, whether it be through comments, whether it be through emails, whether it be through actual one-on-one communications like I have with people in my community each and every single day, whether it be with the coaching calls that I do each and every single week with my community, whether it be whatever it is. I'm leveraging AI to where I can get stuff out faster, to where I can get real-time, real-life feedback back from real people, to whereas I know what to work on for them, and I know what to provide for them, and I know what offer to make for them because they're telling me what they want. Instead of me moving from a sense of, this is what I think people want, I don't think anymore, and I know. And that's because execution is so cheap and it's so fast and easy to execute now, and everybody just sitting on their hands watching the world go by and losing out on the opportunity of a lifetime, not realizing that the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts for the lifetime of the opportunity. Then next thing you know, it's going to be another 3 years that they just been sitting here watching everybody else's videos that they ain't never done nothing, when we are literally living in the best age that it has ever been for a human being, because everybody's playing on an even playing field right now. Even on YouTube, every single YouTube video, everybody's playing on an even field. That's why if you look at your home screen next time, if you're paying attention, you'll see some small creator that you've never heard of that doesn't have any audience. Their thumbnail is sitting right next to somebody that has millions of subscribers. It's an even playing field, and YouTube's algorithm, it doesn't care about subscribers. Just check your subscriber tab on YouTube. You're gonna see all types of creators that you probably even forgot made videos anymore. Why? Because YouTube saw that you weren't watching their videos. Everything is interest-based now. And all that we have to know is what our target audience is interested in and make it for them. It's in our favor for YouTube to just place it in front of them, because the only way that YouTube makes money is by placing videos in front of people that want to watch those videos. So an advertiser can pay YouTube for ads to get placed in front of those people watching those videos. YouTube wants to put your videos in front of people that want to watch them, right? But you gotta act and you gotta move quickly and expeditiously, right? Now, patience is a key, but you need to be patient. You need to be patient in the macro, in the long term here. But here, in the short term, from here to here, we have to move fast and impatiently in the micro. But we have to have the vision that we're running a marathon, and that we need to have patience in the long run. But there's so many people that have just been sitting here saying, I'm gonna do it next week, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, not realizing that tomorrow is a fantasy world that literally does not exist, where goals, dreams, and aspirations go to die. You show me, you wanna see an unsuccessful person, I'll show you somebody that consistently says, I'll do it tomorrow. They've been saying, I'm gonna do it tomorrow for years now, right? But the future, it belongs to the people that build audiences, but not just an audience, the right audience. Because the right audience, it creates opportunities. The right audience opens doors. The right audience creates income. The right audience, it creates freedom. But I'm really emphasizing the right audience. You don't need to have the biggest audience, the right ones. Remember, like I said, a member of my community just 2 weeks ago, $10,000 doesn't have one video that's gotten over 30 views. The right audience. You can do a lot with a little. Think of the movie 300. Leonidas, he only needed 300 men. Well, imagine if you had some type of offer that was $100 or $100 per month, like a community or something like that. Well, you only need 300 people for a $30,000 per month business. That's not that many people with all the people on the internet. The number one inspiration for what I'm doing right now on YouTube, I came across a guy who 2 years ago, he had about 5,000 to 7,000 subscribers. He had a $30,000 per month business. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Now, 2 years later, he's built a bigger audience. He only has still a small YouTube channel, around 40,000 subscribers, but he now makes 6 figures per month. People with huge audiences, millions of subscribers, they're not making anywhere near 6 figures per month, all right? Now, the power in building a micro niche personal brand around a problem that you solve for a particular audience that is going through that particular painful problem is that those people and that audience that you build, they won't care if you're the best anymore, all right? They care if they know that you exist, if they like you, and then they trust you, right? How the internet used to work was that whoever had the biggest budget wins. You used to just be able to just pay for ads, be the loudest on the internet, and then boom, you could win because it looked like you were the best through whatever perception that you had in your advertising and whatnot. And a lot of people couldn't keep up with other people's ad budgets. But it's not like that anymore. And this goes back to me saying the more analog that you stay in the digital world, the more successful that you'll be. Because people, they want connection. All that we're focused on is creating transformation for people. In closing, what I like to call the transformation gap. People are in the current situation here, and all that they want to get to is a desired situation or a certain result. This gap right here that we're looking to close, I call the transformation gap. Well, in building an audience, in order to get there first, we got to close the connection gap, because people, they want connection. People, they want to feel like they're being seen. People want to feel as if somebody knows and understands them, and people want to feel as if somebody has been in their shoes and experienced things and stuff that they have been through. That's not you showing that you're the best, that's you showing that you're a real human being. And here's the other thing that people don't realize about this perceived expert that they think that they need to be, because so many people are scared to get started at anything, because they're like, oh, I'm not an expert, or oh, I'm not a guru. Well, look, people don't teach because they're experts. People become the expert because they teach. Think about that. People don't teach because they're an expert. People become the expert because they teach. Everybody that you view as a perceived expert in their space, in whatever the niche is, why do you think that they are an expert? Because they consistently show up and publicly teach about the things that they know from their experiences, or they're taking information and synthesizing that information to you. And that's why you think that they're the expert. But majority of people don't consistently show up and talk about anything that they know. Therefore, they never become an authority and a perceived expert in their space. It's pretty simple. The be comes before the get. You have to become the person first in order to get what it is that you desire. So how do you become the expert? You publicly teach. Therefore, the audience that you start to build comes to believe and trust in your experiences, through your life stories, through your information, and through your knowledge, right? Now, what we do with this is that once we know that we need to build an audience, not the biggest, but a small micro niche audience for our micro niche personal brand, you need to treat this like a business, because it is. Your YouTube channel is a business. It's not a hobby. It's a true digital asset. So think about this. YouTube. When I say it's a digital asset, this is what I mean. Imagine that you have all these YouTube videos up on your channel, right? Now, all these YouTube videos, not only are they making money from the AdSense. Let's say that you have a monetized channel, and even if you don't worry about it. It'll just come with time. It's how I said, the B comes before the get. People want a monetized YouTube channel, but don't upload consistently to YouTube. Well, the B comes before the get. If you want to get a monetized channel, you have to become the person that is deserving of the monetized channel. Well, what does that person do? They consistently upload to YouTube and teach and talk about the things that they know, right? But not only are each one of these little videos getting money from AdSense, but all these videos also are all running traffic to your online business, which is the real money maker, right? So while you have all of these videos compounding over time, and why I really say a true digital asset, I used to be in real estate. My small YouTube channel pays me more than what a few rental properties would do. And I don't have to pay insurance, taxes, worry about tenants, damages, property taxes, insurance, and all that type of stuff. Like, a lot of people don't know a single family house, you make $400, $500, $600 a month off of that. People in real estate would be like, oh man, you are killing it. So one of my homies in real estate, the other month I made a few $1,000s just off of the AdSense, and he was like, bro, What, bro, what I gotta do? I said, just sit down and talk for about 5 minutes or so. It'll happen. Now he's asking me all stuff about YouTube. I'm like, bro, YouTube AdSense, that's not where you make the money. This here, running this to this is where you make the money. So why I say we need to look at this like a business and treat it as the asset that it is, it's because it's true compounding assets over time. Because YouTube is the only evergreen platform. What I mean by that is that it's not about the views that your videos get today. It's about the right views, the right leads, and the sales that your videos can be getting for weeks, months, and years to come. Short form social media is pretty much a hit or day, gone tomorrow type of vehicle. And for most people, hit or day, gone today, right? But YouTube, those videos are getting seen for literal years. On a month-to-month basis, videos that I did a year and 2 years ago are always in the top performers on a month-to-month basis. The first video ever on YouTube is called Me at the Zoo. If you ever type in the search bar, Me at the Zoo, you'll see that video is getting tons of views well over a decade later. That's going to be compounding over time, these little digital assets, while you have that attached to your digital products that are going to be compounding over time also. You start to have this snowball compounding effect that turns kind of crazy, kind of like compound interest in the investment world, right? But we need to treat it like the business that it is, not the hobby. So treat every single asset or treat every single video like an asset, because it is, because you could have little versions of you all over the internet building your personal brand, building brand awareness, being little salespeople out for you each and every single day. You create a system for yourself, and system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. To whereas you create the system once, that system works for you literally nonstop, 24/7, 365, and that's how you get your time back and you make more while working less. So treat each video like the true digital asset that it actually is, and realize that you're not just creating content, you're building an actual business. Now, most people, they wait entirely too long to start building leverage. And this is why I said that this is the best time ever to be a human, because everybody has the same access to leverage. And so many people, they're just waiting for perfect time and they're waiting to feel ready, while others, meanwhile, are building assets that are compounding that trust, that attention, and those assets. So when I say that everybody's playing on an even playing field as far as leverage, if you just think back, just over all of human existence, there's been 4 ways that people have accumulated wealth over time through leverage. So you have labor, you have capital, you have code, and you have media. These are the 4, up till today, these are the 4 levels of leverage that people have accumulated wealth over time. So even from like day one, how did people get wealthy? Well, they got wealthy through labor. And even when there was, slavery and whatnot, those people, they accumulated wealth through human labor. Well, even now today, what's one way that people can accumulate wealth? Well, labor. But can't go around and just make people, indentured servitude and slaves and whatnot nowadays, even though I know that still exists in certain parts of the world. But how do you leverage human capital? Well, with money. That's how you can leverage labor. But even when you take it up to a further age in our existence, even to the dates of like a John D. Rockefeller and stuff like that, him, the Carnegies, all of those guys, how did they accumulate their wealth? Well, through leveraging capital when they came up with the Federal Reserve and the American banking system and whatnot, right? They're still leveraging capital. Well, you think about the next level of people that became the new rich and the wealthy. They leveraged code. So that's when you have the Bill Gates come through, those whole crews of guys, and then the Jeff Bezoses and the Mark Zuckerbergs and all these tech guys, right? Well, guess what? Everybody didn't have access to code. Well, with AI, probably very soon, everybody will have access to code that leverage it properly. But everybody didn't have access to code. But if you think years later into the human existence, where did the new rich come from? From media. This is where people were attaching their brand to the media. So I know a lot of people don't like them, but from a business standpoint, it's respectable what they've built because they're billionaires. Kardashians leverage media with a brand. Ryan Reynolds did the same exact thing. You're not familiar with Ryan Reynolds, the actor. He sold companies and businesses for well over 500, 600, 700 million off of leveraging actually the YouTube channel. If you just go and look at Ryan Reynolds' YouTube channel, it's just 100% ads. And all the comments are like, well, never thought I would have enjoyed watching ads. That's how he even got the movie Deadpool made, because he was trying to get the studio to make it for like over a decade. They wouldn't give him the funding for it. He started it himself, leaked some of the footage on his YouTube channel, started to go viral amongst superhero and Marvel fans and whatnot. And then the studio gave him the money to make the first Deadpool movie. Didn't give him the most amount of budget, but he was able to be very successful with that. Then they opened the floodgates, and now we got Deadpool and Wolverine and all that type of stuff. All this stuff came from him leveraging personal brand with his media, which for him, all that he does is post ads on his YouTube channel, right? So don't wait. And this is something that I had to learn to stop kicking myself over, because I wanted to do what I'm doing now years ago. Waited. I'm like, man, what if I first started this in 2019, 2020? Imagine where I would be right now. So I'm telling you, the best time to get started taking your YouTube seriously was years ago. The second best time is right now, so get started. And the biggest risk is invisibility. Like I said, so many people are actually good to great at what they do and can truly help somebody and add value to somebody's life, but absolutely nobody knows that they exist. And they're thinking that competition and AI and all this stuff is stopping them, but that's not stopping them. Being invisible is stopping them. So many people think, oh, it's super crowded over there. It's so competitive. How can I find the uncompetitive niche? Well, did you think that maybe it's uncompetitive and unsaturated because no money is made over there? I want to hop into the saturation because that's where the money movement is happening. It all comes down to positioning. That's what people don't realize. If you properly position yourself in a saturated market, that's how you stand out like a sore thumb. So, for example, I was just covering this on our coaching call the other day in my community. There's this one lady, she was making YouTube content, basically like self-help content, but it was pretty broad. It wasn't specific, right? Remember, we have to make specific content for a specific person. Therefore, YouTube will start to use its algorithm because it knows who to place our content in front of. As soon as she switched up and just added the word narcissist in all her videos, took off. I believe she has, I can't remember off the top of my head if it's a 7-figure or high 6-figure business, but she's very successful, right? But instead of saying how to deal with your ex, she said how to deal with a narcissistic ex. That was hard for me to say. Narcissistic ex. Right? As soon as she says, instead of how to deal with an ex, she says how to deal with a narcissistic ex, started to get the right eyeballs. As soon as she makes a video about how to deal with overbearing parents and changed it to how to deal with a narcissistic parent, started to get the right eyeballs. Now her brand and her authority is about helping people that deal with narcissists in their life. She made a product for those people. Micro niche YouTube channel, making money, but she figured out that obscurity was her problem, not the competition, because self-help, personal development, all that stuff, that's a very crowded market. But one of the best self-help books, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, they're one of the best bestsellers today. Well, self-help is everywhere, but positioning, he didn't just call it think. He said think and grow rich. Well, that's for people that are looking to make more money. That same book could be called Think and Get in Shape. Well, people that want to lose weight and stuff, they would get that. You get what I'm saying? It all comes down to positioning. So we take our idea, we have the proper positioning, we effectively communicate, then we use YouTube as the distribution to get true actual leverage. And then it becomes a simple, pretty much easy, repeatable task to put in the necessary actions to start to get the necessary outputs that you desire, which are the results, just like all them that you see on the screen right now. And if you're ready to actually create some true leverage for yourself and turn YouTube into a digital product sales machine, then go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Credit at the Top community, and I'll see you on the inside. But AI, it can help you not only work faster, but it can help you figure out how to make peaceful profits within your purpose. So go ahead and check out this video right here about the 4 questions that you can put into ChatGPT to find out how you can build your income, impact, and influence online through your actual purpose, to whereas you're making money with peace and actually doing something you like to do every day and adding true value to people. It's Crowded at the Top.